Woodward. I'm an ambassador of the Jurassic Coast Trust, and today we're starting here at the Geoneedle, which is behind me, which marks the start of the UNESCO World Heritage Jurassic Coast site. You'll probably be able to see that in its construction it's made up of lots of different types of rock which represent the materials from here all the way down to the coast, some 95 miles away from here in East Devon into Dorset. The key thing about the Jurassic Coast is that it shows us a slice of geological history all the way from here into Dorset. This makes it unique, and this is the main reason why it was designated as a World Heritage Site. At this time, this area, what we now call southern Britain, was just north of the equator in a location similar to the southern Sahara, and we were in the middle of a huge mega continent called Pangaea, which formed from all the other continents colliding. So we were well away from sea and in near the centre of this continent. Well, the rocks below us at this point are in excess of 250 million years old. That's over 250 million years old, and they are Paleozoic in age and belong to the Permian period of the Paleozoic. The rocks tend to get younger in the direction going east from here and into Dorset, so we are at the very oldest point on the Jurassic Coast. The rocks are red, and they're made up mainly of sandstones and mudstones, which were formed in the middle of a huge desert in a supercontinent called Pangaea. This means that very rarely did much moisture come in from the surrounding seas and oceans, which were hundreds if not thousands of kilometers away, but seasonally it did. So in the drier spells and the windier spells we had sand dunes, and in the wetter spells we had rivers, temporary rivers, bringing sands and muds down into the centre of the desert, and these can be seen in the red rocks along the coast today. A little further to the east we have the start of what's called the Mesozoic period, middle life, as opposed to the Paleozoic, which is old life, and that incorporates the three main geological periods of the Jurassic Coast, and that's the Triassic, which is the oldest, the Jurassic in the middle, and the youngest, which is the Cretaceous. And the Jurassic Coast actually shows the changes over geological time in the position of our country on the planet, the nature of the rocks laid down, the environment, and the evolution of life. In a little while, my fellow Jurassic Coast ambassador, Anthony Klein, will take you on a short walk along the beach to examine the cliffs, the red cliffs of this Permian material, and to look at the structures and the features of it and how they change as you move further along. Things such as faults, bedding planes, sand dunes, and so on. So I hope this introduction has been okay, and I will be handing over to Anthony to take you on the rest of the tour. Thank you for listening.